Hi, my name is Vicky, and this is my very first ever YouTube video. I am a bit nervous, as you can see, so I ask that you bear with me. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I just recently completed eating fully raw for 60 days, and I wanted to share my experience with you. Some of the things, well, first, I made the decision to do fully raw, and it was back in the beginning of September, I think, or beginning towards the middle of September. I told myself, okay, let's eat raw for 60 days. Let's see how this goes. And the reason why I wanted to start doing this is because I wanted to go into a deeper level of healing with my body. Been through some, I've been able to reverse a lot of health issues by changing my lifestyle and eating a high raw plant-based diet. And I wanted to go into even deeper because I want to be the healthiest and best that I can possibly be. So, when I I want to give you some of what I experienced. Some of the things that I experienced while doing this was I had more energy. And I didn't feel less energized before, because for the past 2.5 years I've had more energy than I did when I was a teenager. But I noticed, as while I was eating fully raw and there was no cooked food, I had even more energy. So it was quite overwhelming at times. One of my favorites is I experienced less bloating and gas. After about 30 days of doing the fully raw, I looked in the mirror one day and I went, my goodness, my stomach had gotten so much flatter. Now, I had also around the same time started doing a high intensity workout program. So I think that had a lot to do with it as well. But I think both of them together is why I felt like I was losing more fat in my belly. So another thing that I noticed after about a month and a half, so I would say after about 45 days of fully raw, is I noticed that my candida symptoms were going away. For those that don't know what candida symptoms are, or know what candida is yeast, and everyone has yeast in their body. And but with poor nutrition, poor lifestyle choices, yeast tends to flourish and can cause a list of health issues. And I'm not going to go into that, but I will say that I noticed that I had less candida issues as time went on, which was pretty awesome because that's been one of the things that I've had a hard time getting rid of. I noticed that I slept better. This is my dog Roxy. Say hi, Roxy. I noticed that I slept better. When I would wake up in the mornings, I felt more energized. I felt more refreshed. I noticed that I felt happier. I'm typically a happy person to begin with, but I felt even better mentally. I felt more confident. I honestly even thought that I had less negative thoughts and more positive thoughts. As time went on, I had less cooked food cravings. So, at the beginning, I was having cooked food cravings. Like, oh my goodness, I want pasta. Well, I don't really eat pasta. I want rice, or I want potatoes. And I didn't really care to have any of that as time went on. But after about day 30, it was like, no, I like this. I like what I'm doing. And I had a lot of fun doing it because I was making all kinds of fun recipes. I was using recipes that I saw on Instagram. I was using the raw food ebooks that I have. So I was making all kinds of fun stuff. Towards the end of my 60 days, Roxy's being a wiggle worm. Towards the end of my 60 days, I got sick. I think it was around day 56, 57. I got really sick, and I think I had the flu. I didn't go to a doctor, so I was not diagnosed, but I've had the flu before. I know what it feels like. And what I think caused that is I think that my body went into a deeper level of detox. You know, I went 60 days without eating any cooked food, and my body was able to detox and get out extra toxins that had possibly been stored in there. That's what I think caused that. It may have just been the flu, but either way, when you're sick, that's a form of detox. You know, I've had a couple of friends tell me who also do raw plant-based diets tell me the same thing, that they think that I had experienced detox. I went a total of 62 days without eating a cooked meal. After 62 days, I did break down. On day 63, I did eat some cooked food, and I have eaten some cooked food since. And I can say that I prefer doing raw. I feel better that way. I have noticed that when I do eat a cooked meal, I feel more weighed down. The next morning, I'll notice that my face is more puffy. I'll notice that my stomach isn't as flat. It feels more rounded. And my digestion isn't as good. So for me, I want to stick to eating as raw as possible. Will I ever eat cooked food again? Probably. You know, I grew up most of my life eating cooked food, eating the standard American diet. So yeah, I have these emotional attachments to certain foods that I wish I didn't have, but I do, and it's something I have to work on. And it's something I am working on, and I am on this journey of health. And you know, I hope to one day say, hey, it's been 2 years since I've eaten cooked food. So, but that is pretty much all I have to say. I just wanted to share my experience with you. If you have any questions or comments, you're welcome. If you have any questions, you're welcome to ask. If you have any comments or any advice or anything, you're welcome to give it to me. I thank you for watching, and I hope to do another video in the near future. And that's it. Thank you so much. Bye.